Okay guys, in this video I'm going to talk to you about a sleep routine and why it's important, and also the things that I recommend you put into your routine and supplements, etc., and why they're important as well. So I've said this a couple of times, maybe not to you in person, but I'm a big fan of a sleep routine instead of a morning routine. And the reason being is when you basically have this set structure at night time and you're setting yourself up for a good sleep, you're less likely to have a bad sleep. So instead of it being like you've been working right up until you go to bed, or you eat dinner too late and you're not really thinking about what you're doing before getting into bed, and then you get into bed and you sit there and you're lying awake staring at the ceiling, you're wondering why your sleep's real shit. So basically we're trying to foolproof your routine leading up to bed so that you always sleep and you have the best sleeps ever. That is like what we try and fix. Maybe your sleep's already really good and this is just going to add to your sleep, but if it can bring you 1%, 5%, 10%, 20%, whatever it is, improvement, then it's going to make massive changes in your life. If we can make our sleep super, super legit, then all of our training, all of our work, all of the other things will start to improve as well. It's by far the most important factor, so I can't stress on this enough. So things to do, right, to improve your going to bed or your routine is basically try not to look at screens. You hear this all the time. Don't look at screens. Don't look at bright lights, LEDs, things like that. We want to try and introduce amber light if possible, which is that salt lamp right there. So basically the salt lamp or the amber light is mimicking what it's like to have a sunset and fire. So when we were like primitive and we were sitting around friggin' fires and whatnot, the sun would go down and we'd have amber light from the fire as well. And this triggers a mechanism in our brain to release melatonin and for us to start sleeping. And then GABA floods our brain as well and we stay asleep. So having amber light or dull lights or just not LEDs and blue light really helps your body start to get triggered by this response, and then you start to wind down. If you're constantly flooding yourself with bright light right before bed, you're basically telling your brain that it's 12 p.m. It's the middle of the day and you need to be up doing stuff. So then you go to bed and you can't fall asleep because your brain's like, nah man, let's do stuff. Like it's 12 p.m. Let's go do stuff. So yeah, that's a really important one, and it's something that I've really implemented in my life and it's had a huge impact on me. So as soon as it starts or the sun goes down, I dim my lights, I turn salt lamps on, I have everything like quite low. Another thing is magnesium. Now this is easily the biggest bang for your buck product ever, and this one in particular I know works really well. There is probably other magnesiums that work well as well, but this is one that's like 100% tested by me and proven by me to work really well. So the advanced magnesium fusion is just a blend of 3 magnesiums. It essentially is just like a mega dose of magnesium so that you have all the things necessary to fall asleep. Basically, it's like a muscle relaxant. It's used in 700 plus functions in the body. So you're using it not just for sleep, it's for everything. Muscle contraction, digestion, all those things. So really important one. And also it just helps you stay asleep better. So you fall asleep because amber light's doing its job. Magnesium that you take maybe 2 to 4 tabs before bed is keeping you asleep for the whole night. So you wake up at 7 or 6 or whatever and you've just slept like a log the whole time, which is ideally what we want. I would start with 2 tabs and then slowly work your way up to 4. You just want to be in touch with your guts because it can give you diarrhea if you take too many. I take 3 now. I've been taking 3 for like the last 5 years and they've been awesome. What else is there on the list? So yeah, the main one is blue light, try and get rid of it. Amber light, try and get rid of it. Magnesium, add that in straight away. Also, just like having a really dark room, like a bat cave basically. Like we installed these blinds because they're really good. I've got blinds on this window as well. And it's just like as soon as we go to sleep, there's just like no light coming in. But yeah, they're the main 3 things that I want you to work on. And we'll see if we can implement them first. And then once they're implemented, we can add to the pile. There's things like passion flower tea. There's other sups that you can take that will increase your ability to stay asleep and fall asleep faster. So I hope this has been helpful and I'll see you in the next video.